the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, the front office couldn't be happier with the way this team has performed early on. It starts with good coaching, good game planning, and then credit the players. They've bought into the system, and they're executing at a very high level. And for Karl Anthony Towns, just last season, GMs voted him the player they'd most like to build a team around. Shaq, I can't think of higher praise than that.
That's because Big Cats is a perfect example of the modern-day center. Can do it all, Ernie, on both ends of the floor.
I really like his game, too.
I agree. He's a terrific scorer on 3 levels. And that's pretty impressive. He can do it on the box, the mid-range, and the 3-ball, Ernie.
Yes,
he has a lot of years left in him. He can make a big impact. I probably would want to start a team with him as well.
Kevin Harlan will have the call. Game's about to start. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to Golden State in Oakland.
Yeah, it was a rough night for him. A lack of focus, I felt like, led to way too many mistakes.
I think you're absolutely right. Too careless with the basketball. I don't think you can expect to win when you're giving away that many opportunities.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Karl Anthony Towns has a different disposition than his predecessor and mentor, Kevin Garnett. But KG said of Cat, don't take the smile for weakness. He plays with another type of engine. What they do share, Kevin, is a true love for the game. Back to you.
Outstanding, DA. Thank you. Well, early on, just watching certain veteran players, Doris, continuing to play at a high level after so many years.
And what you love is the great ones seem to adjust their games along the way, and not only adjust their games, but add dimensions, whether it's being able to go down into the low post position if you're a point guard, a 2-guard, or even a 3-man. But the other part of this, Kevin, is the off-the-court stuff. The better nutrition that these guys are being much smarter about, the strength and conditioning programs they're putting themselves through in the offseason. All of that raises the level in the NBA.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. Now Wiggins following the 3-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. With the floater, and he lays it up and in. McCollum's got the opening bucket of the night here for Portland.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Teague with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Count it.
I absolutely love the interior game of Jimmy Butler. Attacking, challenging the teeth of the defense.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Wiggins drives in. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Wiggins has got his first basket of the night.
Well, he's got the wide shoulders, the natural balance. Andrew Wiggins taking the hit and finishing.
Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
Now, here's Butler.
Out of bounds.
He had 25 points last game, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
T kicks to Towns. Makes it off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
McCollum against Butler. McCollum finds Lillard. A floater. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. Turner looking around. Towns with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you simply must respect the intelligence and all-around skill of Jimmy Butler. This guy has become elite on both ends of the floor, and he's done it by putting in the work.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
The first one falls. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with the baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
In Andrew Wiggins and Jimmy Butler, 2 pretty different stories for these Timberwolves teammates.
About as opposite as you could get in terms of your entry into the NBA. Andrew Wiggins, the former #1 overall pick. Jimmy Butler, the 30th pick. Wiggins is the son of professional athletes, a blue-chip prospect. Butler's background, a guy who's had to scrap and claw his way every step of the way. So interesting to see how these two grow together and work together to help this team win.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, no good for Nurkic.
I think the trade for Jimmy Butler and other veteran signings accelerated the Wolves' rebuild. They are in much more of a win-now mentality.
Now here's Butler to the middle. Here's Gibson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
And Turner kicks to Nurkic. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. McCollum, no good. And Doris, Jimmy Butler with an opt-out after this season. Pressure on Minnesota to prove this team can be a winner.
And Kevin, their flexibility is a little bit hamstrung by their max contracts. They're going to need to find some value pickups and develop from within.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Teague, the pass to Butler. Towns, high post. Great D that time from Nurkic. McCollum against Butler. McCollum kicks to Turner. They get it back to the right side. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot goes in. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
T kicks to Butler. Elbow shot. And yes, it's good. Butler's got 6 points.
Well, Butler needs a lot of defensive attention when he's in the mid-range. You've got to have a body on him.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Turner finds Lillard, and there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Teague against Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Teague kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 8.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
Three-pointer, Lillard. He can't get it to go. And Minnesota will come the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Yeah, and the season series between these two, 4 games at all, starting tonight. A chance to stake out an advantage in the division.
Now here's Butler. He's got 8. Outside Gibson. Teague for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, the ability to stretch the defense from distance. Jeff Teague has it. He squares it up and releases quickly.
Lillard, the pass to Aminu. Looking to end the run. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Gibson. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Down low. It's stolen by Aminu. On the wing, Turner, covered by Wiggins, got a piece of it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So many aspects go into developing Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture there. That makes so much sense. And the first one at the line is good. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. Harkless comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Stauskas is checked in for McCollum. And Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. Minnesota also making some changes. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Gibson. Dang comes in for Wiggins. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Teague. And both free throws good for Evan Turner.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Rose. Pass to Tolliver. Left side, Butler. Back to Tolliver. 5 to shoot. Dang kicks to Tolliver. Trying to get open is Zhang. Here's Stauskas. And there's the pass to Turner. Here's Stauskas, defended by Butler. They get a hand on it. Here's Stauskas, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And so it's Dang bringing it up for Minnesota. Rose kicks to Dang. Pass to Butler. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
That free throw good from Butler. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Lakers.
And guys, we often hear the argument offense is the best defense, and that was the case for them.
Well, you can't really argue when they're executing like that. It was really perfect offense.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
And I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
Left side, Curry. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I'll tell you, not a lot you can do on defense there, boy. Curry on a mission to score the basketball.
Rose finds Butler. From the stripe. And it's Portland with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Outside for Curry. Outside Leonard. Launches a 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Leonard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Jang dishes to Rose. The 17-footer goes down. Rose has got his first points of the night.
Well, Gorgui Zhang, as a big man, is an excellent passer. That's a pretty look.
Turner against Dang. Outside Turner. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
And here is Butler after the three-pointer from Evan Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Dang. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Stauskas. Portland's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Outside Turner. High arcing shot. Stauskas kicks to Curry. And again, it's Portland converted.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin, and I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
Here's Dang. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Stauskas kicks to Turner. To the middle. Stolen by Rose. To the paint. Here's Tolliver. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player. You pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. That free throw good from Tolliver. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Rose. Stauskas kicks to Curry. And it falls over the rim and in. Curry's got 6. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Rose. The kick out to Dang. Back to Rose. Pass to Jones. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Well, credit the shooter. It's just great work carving just enough space to get that 3 off in time.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go.
He got it!
Wow.
He caught it!
OMG. That's how you silence a crowd.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for Minnesota. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. You learn about Jimmy Butler, difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
I mean, so far that they're not settling for outside shots, really attacking the paint.
I think that's what you've got to do, right? If the looks on the interior are there, you have got to attack.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Anthony Tolliver out there with Jang. Then it's Rose, then it's Dang, and it's Jones in at the 1. Now here's Rose. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Kicks to Dang. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Dang's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, think about the Minnesota native Tyus Jones. His poise at the point guard spot is what stands out to me, guys. Here's a terrific IQ and an unbelievable sense for how to run a team. Tyus Jones, we're just getting the best of him now.
Dang against Turner. Rose scanning the floor. Ball's knocked loose. Harkless with the steal. Turner inside. He's covered by Dang. It's hauled in by Tolliver. To the middle. Harkless with the steal. Here's Stauskas, defended by Jones. Stauskas kicks to Curry. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. And Tyus Jones, Doris, won a national championship at Duke. He was the outstanding player in the Final Four, but only the 24th pick in 2015. What caused him to slip?
Well, I think one of the questions you had was athletically, could he match up at the point guard position in today's NBA? But I think what you absolutely love about Tyus Jones, just as you stated, he won a national championship. This guy has been a winner. And I think his skill level, the intangibles, his ability to run a team, there's a lot to like about this young man's game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Myers-Leonard. Aminu comes in for Stauskas. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Curry. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Lillard. He had 25 points in the win against the Lakers.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Outside Teague. Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. Good on the 13-footer. Jones has got 7.
And not just sustaining the lead, they're adding to it.
Right, and this is precisely what you want to do. Build up the lead and keep the pressure on.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 5.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Towns. Al Farouk Amino picking up that last basket. A nice shot by Teague.
Well, I'll tell you what, impeccable work from Jeff Teague inside, showing great patience down in the lane.
Three-pointer, Lillard bangs home the trifecta. He has 6.
That three-pointer is good almost every time if he's left that wide open.
McCollum against Teague. Outside, Jones. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. A pull-up. Wiggins with some nice D.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
It's stolen by Aminu. Lillard against Jones. Three-pointer. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Now here's Towns. 38 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland. And Wiggins throws it down.
That's a nice drive by Andrew Wiggins. Has an understanding of the game and knowledge of where to get to on the court.
Here's Nurkic following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Lillard, down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8. Jones with it. He's got 7. Outside Teague. Five on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Jones for 3. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got 4 rebounds in this game.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Outside Teague. Passes it to Wiggins. Towns trying to get open. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Teague. Wiggins has got his 3rd bucket of the night. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Teague surveying the D. And it's off from three-point range. Teague against McCollum. Got that one up quick. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Teague kicks to Jones. Towns down low. Working on Nurkic. And it's Towns missing.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's McCollum. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
His shot's hitting on another level here in the second. I mean, it's looking effortless now.
Teague against McCollum. Outside Teague. Here's Gibson. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And Gibson always has had a solid mid-range game. You can't let him get comfortable from that spot.
Jones against Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. And just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, two in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those two men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
And he makes the first. Butler, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Jones with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The dish to Wiggins. Over Harkless. Minnesota gets it back with a new shot clock. Count that one. Towns has got his second bucket.
Well, there's a willingness to mix it up on the glass, and that's a big plus for Karl Anthony Towns.
Harkless on the wing. Covered by Wiggins. Harkless kicks to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline J on the way. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Jones, the pass to Butler. Over McCollum. It's Butler that time on the assist by Jones. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Back to McCollum. Launches a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Dishes it to Butler. He kicks it to Towns. Jones against Lillard. The pass to Gibson. Stolen by McCollum. Now Harkless. To the left side wing. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Jones against Lillard. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Gibson against Aminu. Back to McCollum. Fires for 3. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Myers Leonard comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Curry subbed in for Harkless. And then for Minnesota, Zhang comes in for Taj Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jones. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Rose kicks to Wiggins. Back to Rose. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
When you come off the screen that hard and that fast, so difficult to stay with Derrick Rose.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
And that one misses. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there. And he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray them. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
Here's Curry following the score by Derrick Rose. Nurkic up top, defended by Butler. It's stolen by Rose. Butler finds Rose. Jang with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Yes, that goes in. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here is Curry. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. McCollum against Butler. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
The Trailblazers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Minnesota.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Rose passes to Butler. Over McCollum. The kick out to Rose. The three-pointer no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. McCollum outside. Pass to Curry. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Portland, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Curry. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Curry.
Well, similar to his brother Steph, Seth is a knockdown shooter. This guy's a crafty combo guard with a number of tricks up his sleeve.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside Rose, pass to Wiggins. With 2 seconds left. No good on the shot. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves ahead, up by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Big time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. Strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Teague's got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Turner is out there with Aminu, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, he's so good at finding high percentage shots. Karl Anthony Towns, even with a tough defender on him, comes through. That's pretty work.
Now here's Lillard. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler. The Trailblazers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
4 on the clock. Nurkic with the block, and he's able to get it back. McCollum outside. Kicks it to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Tries from 16, and too long on the shot.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
And Towns gets it to go.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's McCollum. 10 points for him. And it's good for 2. McCollum's got 12 in the game.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And it's Butler missing. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum outside. Passes it to Turner. Back to McCollum. No good. That would have tied it.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Down low. The kick out to Towns. Lillard against Teague. The feed now to Butler. Back to Teague. Shoots a 3. Sinks the triple. He's got 8.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty pass from Jimmy Butler, and you've got to have special vision to make it.
Nurkic finds McCollum, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Butler against McCollum. And it's Butler missing. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists in the game. McCollum against Butler. There's the 3. Here's Nurkic. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball. Gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
Teague with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Knocks down the 3 ball. And that's now 10 points for Andrew Wiggins.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 15. And the rejection by Towns. Outside Butler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Butler nails both of them. Trailblazers trail by 8. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Trailblazers. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Timberwolves. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Towns kicks to Teague. Wiggins passes to Teague. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. They get the rebound. Towns on the wing. Wiggins. Turner with the steal. And it's McCollum in the corner. Butler with the steal. Down low, here's Towns, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
How about Karl Anthony Towns, guys? At the age of 11, guess how tall he was? 6'3". So it was his goal to develop a complete skill set all the way back then. Boy, how about that? Ahead of the game in terms of the NBA.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Harkless has checked in. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from McCollum. Jones kicks to Gibson. Minnesota again turning it over. And talk about the mindset nowadays. Kids like Towns growing up not content to just play in the paint.
That's exactly right, Kevin. His father would divide their workouts into 2 halves. The first was face-up, dribbling, perimeter shooting. The second half of that workout, the interior, footwork, mic and drills, finishing over either shoulder. Boy, that's a pretty smart dad.
Left side, Jones. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Damian Lillard. The Timberwolves put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Jones nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Butler deciding where to go with it. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his third foul of the game. Stauskas is checked in for Portland. Curry comes in for Damian Lillard.
Stauskas. Seth Curry.
To the paint, here's Leonard. Good work there as it goes. Now it's just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Towns against Leonard. Here's the teardrop. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
As if he's not tough enough to guard already. Towns with the floater.
Butler against McCollum. He kicks it to Stauskas. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Timberwolves leading by 5 to the inside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
Now here's McCollum. 22 points for him. Free throw line jump shot. That one goes. Count it. McCollum's got 24 points.
I'll tell you, he's doing everything scoring-wise this period to try to keep them in it.
Jones against Curry. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his third foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Tolliver comes in for Wiggins, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Here's Tolliver. They get the rebound. Now here's Rose. He's guarded closely. It's good. Rose has got 8. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 21 points per game last year. 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
Now here's McCollum. 24 points for him, and he comes up with the deuce. He's got 26.
Boy, in the second half, just hitting a much higher percentage of his shots. Really looks composed now.
Rose finds Jones. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers. And his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
One shot.
And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
Rose dishes to Towns. There's the pass to Tolliver. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And now it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
Impressive awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Dependable at finding teammates with a terrific look there.
And a wide open look for McCollum. And another three for Portland.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Pass to Rose. Curry with the steal. It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Jones. Now here's Harkless. 4 on the shot clock. And another turnover here by Portland. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Portland.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Now here's Rose. He's got 8. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, this is one of Rose's few offensive limitations, right? That consistency from deep range, but he drills that one.
Curry kicks to McCollum. Pass to Harkless. 1:56 left in the third. And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Teague, he's checked in for Jones.
Now into the lineup for Timberwolves. Jeff Teague.
We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Curry passes to Stauskas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. The Trailblazers rebound.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Here is Tolliver. He has 6. Over in the corner, Rose. The dish to Dieng. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You can see the improved upper body strength of Gorgui Dieng that allows him to finish through the contact, get to the free throw line. Nice.
Gorgui Dieng, the 21st pick in 2013 out of Louisville. He's more than lived up to that selection.
Well, let's remember, this is a national champion we're talking about. The Louisville Cardinals won it with him anchoring them defensively. He's also shown a nice shooting touch in the mid-range game in the professional leagues. But I think it's his defense that still remains the strength of his game.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Curry kicks to Leonard. McCollum with the ball. He's got 29 points. Leonard finds McCollum. 5 to shoot. Over Teague. Great D that time from Teague. And it's Rose with the ball for the Timberwolves. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
So it's Portland now, after the basket by Minnesota. Doesn't go for him. Curry with the defensive effort. Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Yep, that one goes. Curry's got 10 points.
Boy, you can't pin their struggles today on him. He's been on fire from the field.
Rose against Curry. Rose kicks to Towns. Lets it go from 14. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Towns has got 19 points. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves lead by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, down low, it's Jang and Towns. Derrick Rose is out there with Teague, and it's Tolliver in at the threesome.
That's a nice play. You have to read and react in an instant to have success on the offensive glass.
Towns against Nurkic. Towns, the pass to Rose. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
You can see the athleticism and toughness. Rose becoming exponentially more dangerous the closer he gets to the rim.
A different look now for Portland. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Myers Leonard, and Lillard subbed in for McCollum.
One shot, gentlemen.
Minnesota also with the sub. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgui Deng. The free throw drops for Rose.
Well, the knee issues robbed Derrick Rose of some of his athleticism, but maybe more importantly, he lost that development time. Still a big-time player, though, every time he takes the floor.
Now, here's Lillard, right wing. Aminu, no one around him. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Rose against Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Towns kicks to T. He tries for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. The shot by Turner, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Teague. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, this to me is one of the best aspects of Teague's game. He is an exceptional catch-and-shoot guy.
Curry finds Nurkic. Lillard surveying the D. Good on the 3-point shot.
I'll tell you, there are guys in the league you can give that 3-point attempt to. He is not one of those guys.
Outside Rose. Passes it to Towns. Back to Rose. The kick out to T. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And the Timberwolves lead by 19. Outside Curry. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now Lillard. From deep 3-point range. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Wiggins left side. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First personal foul
Well, you think about Andrew Wiggins, guys, signing that max deal in 2017. Timberwolves ownership, though, wanted to sit down with Wiggins to hear him commit to being a better player. Pretty unusual stuff.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Wiggins. And on the heels of that contract extension, all of Andrew Wiggins' shooting percentages fell last season. Doris, you think a cause for concern for the Timberwolves?
Well, I think obviously, Kevin, anytime you've committed almost $30 million a season to one guy, the expectations are going to be sky high. For me, Andrew Wiggins needs to just stay consistent. We are talking about a guy with elite athleticism, plenty to take advantage on the offensive end. It's a question for me of, does Andrew Wiggins want to be great? Because the potential is there.
Now here's Teague. Nurkic with the block. Outside Curry. Dishes to Lillard. Over Teague. And that one's good, Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Wiggins. Gibson the bounce pass. Teague the pass to Towns. Here's Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 6 assists now in the game.
The aggressive finish inside. Andrew Wiggins beat some very good defense.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Here's Turner, left side Curry. And here's Aminu. Kicks it to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
Got a piece of it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity. You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
He kicks it to Curry. There's the pass to Nurkic. Shoots over Towns. That one a little long. Timberwolves leading by 19. Outside Butler. Shoots over Curry, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
As basketball becomes more global, we continue to see veterans come from abroad and Doris make an impact as role players in the league.
You know what I love, Kevin, is great basketball players could come from any place in the world. And obviously, general managers now have got to expand their field of vision. They've got to have international scouting. But The NBA would be a lot less rich a place if we did not have Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, the unicorn in New York City, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't care where players come from. All I want to know is, can they play basketball? And if they can, I want to watch them.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Gibson up top. Back to Teague. Tipped away. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Jeff Teague replacing Ricky Rubio at the point guard position for the Timberwolves. Doris, did you like that change?
You know what I did, Kevin? They're drastically different players. Rubio probably the better defensive player. Definitely the more prolific passer, but the shooting was always an issue. Where with Teague, you get a guy who can knock down three-point shots, and he's one of the best point guards in the league at dribble driving into the paint and getting some action off that.
Free throw good, Teague. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver, who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Look at the state of the game. International leagues getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad, and I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer. Trailblazers trail by 21. And Turner kicks to Nurkic. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Towns against Nurkic. Over Towns.
You can see with the contest right there that defensively Towns arrived in the NBA prepared to make an impact.
Lillard with no one around. Portland no good that time either. Minnesota leading by 21. Inside, here's Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Portland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. A 3 from McCollum. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 32 points in the game.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Now here's Butler. Good work defensively by Turner. Teague against Lillard. And the 3 off target. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Wiggins, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Turner. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, The players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player.
Shots.
For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. And both free throws good for Wiggins.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
T kicks to Wiggins. He feeds it to Towns. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Turner. The shot will not fall. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Pass to Butler. Outside, Towns. Minnesota gets it back with a new shot clock. Shots good by Butler.
Well, Jimmy Butler is capable as an offensive rebounder. You've got to check him out.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. Success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
And here is Teague after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Gibson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
Well, Taj Gibson is so strong on the backboards. His ability to pursue the offensive glass is truly a thing to watch.
McCollum outside. Towns comes with a double team. Clock at 6. Here's Nurkic. Towns with the defensive effort.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Now here's Jones, following the missed shot by Nurkic. Tolliver kicks to Jones. Outside Rose. And finished off by Rose.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Yep, that one goes in there.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
Outside, Jones. It's Dang, top of the key. Jones kicks to Dang. Back to Jones. Tolliver for three. Drops in the tray.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. If we play together, play hard, we can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.